What is going on, chat? How are we all doing it tonight? Happy to have you here. Thank you for tuning in this Thursday. Not inside the MJ verse, at least not right now. I am secretly jacked into Schaefer and Schaefer Laboratories. This is one of the big corporations within 2112. If you are interested in learning more about Schaefer and Schaefer, throw in some links in here. But tonight we are going to be starting out. Barat, how you doing, brother? Happy to have you here, man. May, hey. I just threw two links in chat. So one, thank you, Ty. I appreciate that. The GM. The first one was for talking about kind of the lore about Schaefer and Schaefer, where I am right now. And then the second one is for this image, because this right now, is great as this may look, this does not do it justice. Click that image link, blow it up. Again, just like last stream on Monday, the detail that you can see in this is insane. Happy Thursday, Veggie Dave. Thanks, appreciate that. So yeah, I am super excited for this. I have some news for you. Hey, Crazy Cat, how you doing? One, we're going to go over the white paper. So version 1 of this game, the white paper for that was fully released. They talked about it prior. I mean, people weren't in the dark on what was going on, but now they've really outlined what each thing means, how you're going to interact with it. So we are going to... How you doing, One Shot? We're going to go through that white paper. We're going to dissect it so you can learn if this is something you want to get into, kind of what you can expect going through with it. And I have some additional alpha for you after that. Two things to talk about for this project. So super excited for that. So let's go ahead. Let's dive right in with this white paper. All right, so 2112 run game version 1.0. Again, disclaimer. All of my 2112 assets I've purchased myself. I have had some talks with a community manager on the team, but they have not. They've asked me to make more videos. I was planning on doing that anyways. They didn't tell me what to say, how to say it, nothing like that. This is purely coming from me, my content. Yeah, Ferrat, it's very much a cyberpunk game. So just want to get that disclaimer out there for all of you. But let's dive in. Let's start talking about this white paper, chat. So here's just a full outline, and I can share the link. I believe they have a tweet about it. I can share that with you. So, or sorry, it's not a white paper. It is a black paper. This game, Blackpaper, explains the mechanics that are going to be included in the first release of 2112 run game, which is version 1.0. Majority of these mechanics are subject to change, and most importantly, be improved and expanded with each following iteration. This release serves as an introduction. While it is simple right now, we really wanted to show the community something playable as soon as we can. Bi-weekly updates for the game are expected to be released as we go deeper and deeper in complexity until we reach the goal of having a full-fledged roguelike game. A lot of improvements for these mechanics are already in the works, aside from specific console and land gameplay that will come further down the line representing major releases. So this may sound simple and pretty straightforward, and it is, but what this is I love how upfront the team is with it. One, it's going to change a lot. Two, we understand it's not fully featured yet, but it still sounds pretty cool. Just don't let that deter you yet, chat. And it's just all my interactions with the team, with the community manager, with what I'm seeing in the community, this team is incredibly upfront. So here's a screenshot of what the game will look like. It is text-based. We'll talk a little bit more about this in a minute here, and what all these different elements on screen are. All right, so the first thing to talk about is the crypto runner. So these are on ETH mainnet. Also, short term for them is runners. These are your playable characters within the game. Each one has a certain set of stats, and there are many different factions. So here you have talent. So of all the traits that you find on OpenSea, the talent is the one arguably that is most important, because this is going to affect something we'll talk about a little later. All the other attributes on OpenSea are purely cosmetic. So Talon 7, you've got a 51% distribution of all the crypto runners. Talon 8, 30%, 9, 17%, and 10, 1.14%. So very, very small. If you get a 7, if you buy into it and you get a 7, don't be discouraged by that. There's still going to be plenty of utility for it. Now, here are the 5 factions. Punks, Ciphers, Guild, Makers, and Stray. So think of the... I'm going to just briefly sum these up in my own kind of terms. Think of the Punks as... you know, kind of rebellious, stick it to the man type players. Ciphers are ones that connect to, through technology, have had a experience to bring them closer to a higher level godlike experience, and they want more of that, and they're trying to figure it out. Guild are, geez, from my recollection, it's escaping me right now, but they are the kind of businessy, kind of like fraternity style, fraternity sorority style players. The Makers, they craft things, they build everything. And the Stray Dogs, which is my favorite, the strays at the end here, they are all about, they can go solo, they can go in packs. They use tech that may be outdated, but they piece things together. They slide in, slide out, get the job done. Almost has kind of like a mercenary vibe to me. Again, just my own personal opinion. These factions will come into play later on in gameplay. So definitely something to consider if you want to get in. The art, I think, is awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. 3 different styles for each of the 5 factions. So now let's talk a little bit about actual gameplay and what that looks like. Hey, how you doing? So clock. So clock is the available time the runner has to perform their runs. All runners have the same base clock of 100. Clock regenerates in real time, replenishing completely after 24 hours. Both the base clock and its regeneration rate are modifiable and affected by things such as gear and conditions. So here's kind of a thought that I have, not necessarily confirmed, but you know, maybe your console could have an effect on clock performance. And I think of this as kind of like how many, like in crypto runners, how many raids can you go on within a certain time frame? And instead of a week for crypto runners, for crypto raiders, for crypto runner in 2112, it is 24 hours. And this is kind of exciting too. So think of that. Your clock is your ability to go on runs, notoriety level, and notoriety points. Notoriety level represents experience and fame the runner has acquired during their career. So that's kind of cool. Like you've got like, not stats, but you know, as you move up from the ranks, that's going to increase, and I think will be like a really cool stat, something to maybe show off to the community. Runners increase their notoriety level after acquiring a determined amount of notoriety points. And further updates making specific runs or using specific items will require having obtained a specific notoriety level. So the points you get for being successful within runs. Conditions, I like to think of these as buffs and debuffs. So they are bonuses or penalties that a runner can acquire during runs or through other events. These can last for a certain amount of time or runs. So we've got clock, which is like your ability to go on essentially missions. Notoriety level, I almost think of this as kind of like a, not exactly, but almost like XP. And then conditions as buffs or debuffs. So now here's the exciting part. What up, Snapple Man? Making a run, and what does that look like? So, making a run, that is the core gameplay element of 2112. So, making a run is the main gameplay loop and action the runner will do. A run represents a hack attempt on a target corporation server, much like Schaefer and Schaefer Labs behind me. This would be a type of place that you would hack. Crypto runners spend clock to make runs, and then they have constantly managed their risk to reach the end and get rewards home. This is where things get exciting. This is where they get fun. So here's the grid. The grid is a virtual reality landscape in which the runner is placed when they connect to the server. So kind of like almost like in the Matrix, when you jack in, you're taken to a new world. You jack in and you go into the grid. When you're in the grid, each level is called a node. And so there's a. We'll get to the nodes in a minute. Even though the grid is a virtual environment, the runner can be hurt and feel every stimulus as if it were occurring in the physical world. Again, getting some Matrix vibes from this. Pretty cool. Run traits, so layers. Okay, there we go. Those are the total nodes a run has. So there's an entry point node, which is the first one, and a mainframe node, which is the last one. And the layers are everything that's in between. So if a run has 7 layers, it'll technically have 9 levels. You have your entry, 7 layers, and then your mainframe node. The notoriety level requirement we talked about, kind of like XP. Are you famous enough? Are you skilled enough to be able to go on this? A clock cost. The owner of the corporation show, is it going to be Schaefer and Schaefer Labs behind me? Trace level we haven't talked about yet. So trace level threshold, that is the as you hack into the grid, the corporations are going to try and find you out. And more actions you take and more steps you take increase your trace level. And if you hit a certain threshold, your run is going to fail. And then your notoriety points you will earn. We talked about that. Those go to your notoriety level. And then data reward. So what's exciting about this is the data reward. That is their token that you get. So you go on these runs, and then you get actual crypto for a successful run. So here's the structure of the run. First node, the entry point, we talked about that. Then the different layers in between, and then the last node being the mainframe. Trace level. Trace level represents how close the corporation is to pinpointing the runner's exact location inside the grid and disconnecting them from the server. When a trace level reaches the trace threshold, as outlined kind of at the right here with the red X, the runner is kicked out of the server and the run is considered failed. Currently, all choices the runner makes during a run will have a chance of increasing the trace level. So this game will be a constant balance of risk-reward. Go big, go home. How deep do you want to go? How much are you going to risk in doing this? Yeah, exactly. Tron, Cyberpunk, all of it. All of it combined. So exiting a run, currently the only way to exit a run is by finishing it either successful or failed. Runs cannot be exited or interrupted in any other way. Quitting the game or trading the crypto runner mid-game will save the state of the run, leading the new owner to continue from that point after logging in. So that's pretty cool. Like that, again, it's another small detail, but it's something to me that says, hey, they're trying to think of all these different angles and possible exploits and address them, but do it in a very simple way. You succeed when you exit the final node, fails if that threshold, the trace level threshold, is reached. Run rewards. This is the fun part. And this is where maybe I'll drop my first little bit of alpha that's not even in here yet, chat. All right, so during the run, the runner will accumulate data packets. Again, that's their token. Data packets can be obtained in different sizes, small, medium, or large. These contain a certain range number of data, which is ERC20 tokens according to their size. All nodes can have choices that rewards data packets, being the mainframe node the one with the most. If the run is successful, the runner will open the data packets one by one, revealing how many data ERC tokens each one has and obtaining them. So even that, it sounds like that might be random, which is also kind of exciting. If the run fails, however, all accumulated data packet tokens or data packets will be lost, and you will then in turn not receive any tokens. Notoriety points. If the run is successful, the runner will earn notoriety points according to the total notoriety rewards of the run. If the run is failed, though, you get half of your total notoriety points reward. So if you have a successful run, you get max notoriety, which is your XP. That's how I'm labeling it right now. And then you get also all of the data. If you fail the run, you get half of the XP and no data. So it's not a total loss if your run fails. Nodes. Nodes represent a situation do I want to leak that alpha? let's wait a little bit. We'll get a little further on before I do it. Nodes. Node represents a situation you encounter during a run. As the runner progresses through the nodes, they go deeper into the server until they reach the mainframe. Many nodes thematically are tied to the corporation that owns the server. Nodes have different types according to what situation they represent. Currently, there are 3 types of node: entry point, mainframe, and ICE. So we've talked about entry point, we've talked about mainframe, we have not talked about ICE. Entry point is kind of starting off the story. How did you get there? What are you trying to hack? Where's the server? What corporation is it? The mainframe, you have 2 different types of mainframes. There will be 3, but right now there are only 2. And all of them will always have data packets as rewards. So you have vaults, big vaults in which the runner has to break in to get the prize, and mazes, wide mazes of files in which the runner has to search for the prize. Let's talk about ICE. ICE is intrusion countermeasure electronics. So this isn't just click in and go through. No, you're going to have actual like skill-based interactions on your journey as you go through. So the ICE nodes are obstacles that the runner has to surpass in order to advance within the run. These will also include a piece of ice that the runner must face. ICE are programs used to defend the server, and they are represented visually in the grid in endless possible ways: objects, mythical creatures, monsters, animals, and more. ICE nodes offer 3 different choices, each one with a different risk level. Currently, the 3 types of ICE are bouncers, watchers, and sentinels. Bouncers are roadblocks that stop them from continuing. For example, doors, locks, mazes, pitfalls. Watchers are surveillance observers and spies that track and analyze the runner's movements. For example, floating eyes, spying shadows, listening creatures. Sentinels. Sentinels are aggressive guardians that can attack the runner. For example, armed soldiers, big ferocious beasts, scary creatures. Now, in my Monday stream, I linked the Chavito lore and then minigame. In that minigame, we are exposed to these different types of ice, and if it's anything like the final release of the game, the way you approach and deal with these different roadblocks, these different creatures, it's going to be very different, and you have to think about it strategically in a very different way. Snappleman asked, what can I do with my data? That is a great question. And you know what? Just for the sake of chat, I'll go into that right now, and I'll drop some alpha. So, 1, it's a cryptocurrency that you can swap over to ETH if you'd like. 2, as I had mentioned in previous streams, this was originally a DeFi game. Secondly, and here's the little bit of alpha that, it's been talked about, but not really mentioned too much, is that eventually, when you go on these runs, you aren't just going to get data packets and notoriety, but you're going to get actual NFTs. And you can use your data on an in-game marketplace to buy, sell, and trade NFTs. Now, what can these NFTs do? So it could be for your console, could be for your land. So maybe you earn data passively faster. Maybe increases your clock. Maybe it's increases the chance of getting a buff or a debuff. Decreases the chance of getting a debuff. But I asked this on the stream that the team did the other night, and there will also be very special NFTs that if you go on a run, will literally, and you get one of these NFTs, will literally change the canon, the whole story of the game. And this isn't like, oh, they're going to be like 1,000 of these. No, it's going to be very rare. And you can take that and you can decide, hey, I want to hold on to that for myself and have this piece of intel and use it for my faction's advantage. Or you could say, hey, I want to sell this on the open market. Highest bidder. Maybe it's a 1 of 1. Maybe there are 10 of them. Go for it. And I'm not going to say what it is, but here you go. Here's a big potential prize out there. Literally game-changing prize. What is that going to do? Like, that could completely change everything. Whoever's in control of that. So, hypothetically, just running through a scenario. I'm a stray dog. I obtain one of these rare NFTs. I then decide I want to put it up on the market, and then behind the scenes, Discord, Twitter, private conversations, I can reach out to someone and say, hey, Punk's faction, this is going to ruin you if this gets out. You might want to buy this. And then maybe I'll go to the guild and say, hey, I know you want to screw over the Punk's faction. You might want to buy this. So like there's an element to it too, between like all the different factions in the way that you could potentially play people against each other. That I just think is so. I talked about narrative experiences that is so organic and unique, and honestly exciting. Like you could just be playing the game. This game isn't going to be linear of just it grinding the same runs over and over again. When the marketplace comes out, when these NFTs come out, there's always a story going to be underlying and involved with this. And you have, as the player, the ability to shape this story, which I just think is so, so, so cool. Great question, Snappleman. So yeah, the NFT marketplace and NFTs associated with runs will come out at a later time. But yes, that is there and good to go. Super, super excited for that. And again, the way that it drives and changes the narrative. It's not just a grind for the sake of grinding and I want to try and get the rarest NFT. No, it's going to have actual story and gameplay implications, which is so cool. So here we go into choices now. So whether you're at a... So I guess this is for ICE specifically. So let's say you go to a watcher. You come up against this watcher ice. You have options that you can choose. So you can reverse engineer the foresight capacitor with an amalgamate program and use it for yourself. See the grid through the watcher's eyes and find a hiding spot for the next node using a sightseer program. Take some time to fool the watcher using a mirror morph program and pass through. So I believe too with these NFTs, you'll be able to buy certain programs. Each choice represents the action the runner is going to take at the moment. For example, using certain program. Probabilities and resolutions are disclosed to the runner prior to selecting the option. So you know your risk reward the whole time. It's not blind. So resolutions, the runner obtains the data packets, trace level is increased or decreased, and the runner obtains a buff or debuff. So for every choice, those are the 3 resolutions that you are going to come away with. So here's kind of an explanation. Up here, you see the red, the blue, and the green. This talks about what these all mean. So you see the trace icon. So this says there's an 80% chance that trace level is going to go up. 60% chance that trace level is going to go up 3 times. 40% chance I'm going to get 3 small, S for small, 3x, 3 data packets. 20% chance I'm going to get 3 medium data packets, 10% chance going to get a large data packet, 100% chance of getting the informed buff, and 10% chance of getting an exposed buff. So looking at this scenario, like if we were to look at my trace level, let's say I have a 10 and I have to get, only have 10 for the whole run. Well, there's a very high chance that I'm going to get a trace level of 4 after this. Not completely for certain, but a very high chance. So that's 4 out of 10. That's basically 40% of my trace could be gone. But I also have a chance of getting a bunch of small, a bunch of medium, and even 1 large data packet, and I'm going to get a buff if I choose this option. So if we scroll up here, I might just zoom in so we can kind of talk through this. So like chat, I'd want to hear... Oh, looks like I zoomed in a little too much. What would be your thoughts on this? So there's an 80% chance it goes up by 1, 60 by 3, 40. So this is the one we looked at below. If I go this route, there's a 70% chance it only goes up by 2, 80% chance of getting 1 small data packet, 5% chance of getting a medium, and 100% concealed. So that would be a buff. And then I get a debuff here, but only a slight chance of getting found, but no reward. So depending on what node you're at within your run, you really need to balance your choices. You might miss out on high risk, high reward by playing it safe, but your trace doesn't go up so you can use that later. So there's going to be strategy not in these just in these individual choices, but in your choices throughout each run. Need to weigh that whole risk reward um, dynamic, which I think is pretty cool and pretty exciting. Again, it's not just grinding for the sake of grinding. There's going to be some thought behind it and some strategy behind it, which I think is super cool. Yes, NFTs within NFTs, NFT Inception, exactly, Snapple. Um, oh, okay. So this is another part that, again, here's my excitement for the game and for the team. Just the transparency. Off-chain engine, on-chain database. The entirety of the game engine will be handled by our backend engine, which is off-chain. This will allow us to go deeper in complexity without raising the cost of transaction fees. Thank you. Amazing. The database for everything game-related, stats, resources, and currencies will be stored on-chain in Polygon Layer 2 solution Matic mainnet, which means no gas, which is fantastic. Currently, the game only requires one transaction to be sent to Matic mainnet when finishing the run. Again, not a big deal at all. Here's the other cool part. No need for bridging. All the contracts managing the different parts of the game will be on Polygon. There is no need to bridge the crypto runners from Ethereum mainnet. We can point to the Ethereum mainnet assets from Polygon contracts directly. So even though your crypto runner is mainnet, and certain other assets might be, the game doesn't need you to switch over. You don't have to deal with the gas or transferring everything. They're building this out. So it's, in the aspect of bridging, it is transactionless from a user standpoint. Better UI, cheaper, much less of a hassle for us as the end user, which I just think is fantastic. Let's see. Going on to the next page. Example of gameplay. You enter 2112 run, connect your MetaMask and switch to Polygon, select your crypto runner, start a run, immerse yourself into the run node by node, pick the choices that maximize your gains. Get those data packets, but be careful of the trace level. If we reach the thresholds, we kind of went through those different scenarios. And yeah, that is the full white paper. Chat, do you have any questions? I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. What do you think? And while you hit that up in chat, have some more alpha to drop on you. Some unreleased ice has been shared with me by Renata of Schaefer and Schaefer Laboratories when I jacked in earlier. So check this out. Again, these aren't just flat images that you're going to be dealing with. No, these are like animated items. So here looks like some sort of giant centaur-like creature. Animated, it looks 3D, which is pretty cool. This spider man woman ice, and then finally we have a giant turret that looks absolutely terrifying. But again, much like the backgrounds that you're seeing up on my screen right now, the detail that goes into these, I love their design team. It's absolutely fantastic. I think it looks really, really cool. So yeah, chat, let me know what you think. Super excited for this project, and we'll definitely be giving something away come MJ5K, hopefully next Thursday. Let's switch back over now to the MJ verse. Let's get going into Crypto Raiders with our boy, Beefy Boy Bruce. See you in a second. All right, chat, we are back in the MJ verse. Thank you, Farad. Appreciate the feedback. Yeah, I think so too. Really super excited. The community's awesome. I love the project. All right, so Beefy Boy Bruce. Last time on Monday, when we went after Beefy Boy Bruce, and we bumped up his stats. Beefy Boy Bruce went all in on strength. So 14 strength. Can't go up any higher yet. If we hit another level tonight, we'll vote on which way we go as far as his next stat selection. Current outfit is a sharpened spear level 5 and a basic mail set of armor. Bruce is ready for action. Just look at him. He's determined. He's ready to go. If Bruce gets a non-white items, so green or better, I will be giving away one of these 3 crypto raiders down here to you tonight, chat. Bruce is back, baby. Bruce is back. So chat, you know what time it is. Let's get started. Let's do our first poll of the night. Let's put this up. And let's start it. So first poll is to pick. I've got a minute. Which raid should we go on? So exclamation point vote for Memento Mori, GH for Glimmer of Hope, and Hog for Hogger. 4:31 in the morning. Sheesh, Farad. Thank you for tuning in, brother. I appreciate it. Exclamation point vote and then space GH or Hog. Not Heroic tonight because he's not technically level 4 yet. When he hits level 4, we will do that. Thank you. We've got a Hogger. Read with the whiz. We got some Glimmer of Hopes in there. All right. It looks like we might be doing Glimmer of Hope tonight instead of Hogger. Go through quick, and we'll end with the Endless Dungeon as well. We are all tied up, chat. We might have to run this back. We are going to have to run this back. We're going to complete that tie. We're going to run it again. Chat, you got 1 minute. Go ahead, hit that up. Exclamation point vote exclamation point vote GH, exclamation point vote Hog. Ooh. Vote MJ for president. Thank you, Reed. Appreciate that. There we go. Mayhay, appreciate that. Nice. All right, we got some votes coming in now. Hogger's winning again. If this is a tie, I will pick. 30 seconds left. Hogger is currently winning. Yeah, we are going to... Oh, Hogger pulled ahead even more. Tie with the vote. Let's go. All right. Voted on Hog. It looks like we're going to do Hog. We got 14 left. Unless we can get some more votes from Memento or Glimmer of Hope. All right, 1 second, chat. It is done, and we are going to be running Hogger tonight. Thank you, everyone that voted. All right, let's hop in. Let's get Brucey Boy going. Should just destroy this. Hey, he could probably run Heroic. But we shall see. Again, if he gets any green loot tonight, free Gen 5 giveaway for chat. Did we crash? Nope, just went through a little tunnel. There we go. Let's go, Brucey Boy. All right, first fight of the night, chat. 203 XP now for Brucey Boy. And I'm just spamming this. Bruce is just annihilating Hogger right now. Let's get that loot. Sharpened Spear. All right, let's see what that gets for us, chat. Did Brucey Boy come through? Brucey Boy did not come through. Let's compare the Sharpened Spear. Oh, this is not nearly as good. It's a level 3. We're going to pass on that. We're going in for round 2. All right, chat. If you want a heroic Hogger, hit me up with heroic in chat or hero in chat, and we'll end on that for the 5th and final raid. Let's go, Brucey Boy. Looking thick as ever. Jacked and ready to go. Bruce took a lot of creatine this week. He's in a loading phase. Come on, Brucey Boy. Let's go. Mayhay with an heroic. Clown Assassin with the hero vote as well. All right. I'll do it. I'll do it. We'll do one. You know, we'll do it next because this is now child's play for Bruce. Bruce used to get destroyed here. Now Bruce is putting in work. A sledgehammer, Bruce. That feels like a great weapon for Bruce. A sledgehammer. Let's check it. Let's check it, chat. Let's check it, chat. Nope. 8 strength. Okay. 1 intelligence. 4 charm and 2 wisdom. Huh. What do we think, chat? Sledgehammer or spear? Let me know. Let me know in chat. What would you like to do? Bruce is about to hit level 4. We're doing it. We're going in. We're going in. Got Ty in the vote for a hero as well. All right, we'll go through. We'll do heroic first, and then we'll pick our weapon next time. All right, here we go, chat. Open the ante right now. Upping it, upping it, upping it. Come on, Brucey boy. Come on, Brucey boy. Now, the difference between a regular and heroic, I believe, is that there are 2 encounters now instead of 1. And I believe the second encounter is a little harder. Whoa, 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 whoa. We didn't even start. Dude just came out swinging. Okay, so only 1 encounter. 2 of 2. So this looks pretty evenly matched. The question is who's going to... Come on, Brucey boy. Chat, this is not looking good. Not looking good for Brucey boy. That first hit just... Not off to a good start. And we're missing a bit. Oh, chat. Oh, chat. I don't know if Bruce is ready for heroic. We got him down to 63. 63. All right, we're going to go back to normal, chat. That was rough. That was rough. Spear. Okay, all right, awesome. Ty and Clown, thank you. Thank you for the votes. Appreciate that. All right, let's get in. All right, Brucey. Bruce isn't there yet. He's getting there. He'll hit level 4 though. So chat, we'll have another vote, a quick vote on what stats we want for Brucey boy. Juicy Brucey. Ooh, I want to go over there. What was that thing over on the right? That little barrel? Let's go, Hogger. Bruce is kind of like in a weird in-between stage right now. Oh, that was not a good start. There you go, Bruce. Let's go. Copper mail. Bruce. Uh-oh. Is this going to trigger giveaway, chat? Is this going to be a giveaway? Wait, where did Bruce go? Oh, Bruce got moved up because Bruce hit level 4. Chat, we got a green. 9 intelligence, 1 strength, 9 wisdom, and 2 luck. Chat, do we want copper or not? Let me know. Type copper in chat. In chat, we're going to give away a Crypto Raider right now. Brucey boy came through tonight. Big time. Let's run a giveaway. Let's run a giveaway. Gen 5 Crypto Raider. Exclamation point Bruce. I'll let you know when I start it, but that will be the command. Bruce, let's go. Bruce the legend came in, got you the free Gen 5 Crypto Raider. Bruce coming through. Chat, here you go. Copper. Okay, we got a copper from Ty. Let's start that giveaway. We have 3 minutes on the clock. Exclamation point Bruce to enter. We got another from Clown Assassin for copper. Let's throw it on. Had to step away for ice cream. Hit exclamation point Bruce for a free Gen 5 crypto runner. We got Eagle's Nest. We got OT in here. We got Ty, Ferrat, Rorka, Snapple, Clown. Let's go. And yes, chat, you'll get to choose. Let me know which one you want. You've got this guy. We'll call it, that's Gen 4. So any one of these three, chat. We'll call it 1, 2, or 3 will be the options for the winner. 220 left. Mayhay is in. Let's go. So let's switch over to what's up, Shagrath? Thank you for popping in. Welcome. Good time to get into the stream. All right, so let's throw this copper on Bruce. We got a few coppers. Let's throw it on. Let's see what happens. Oh, Bruce is styling right now. Oh, why can't I update? Why can't Bruce update? Let's refresh the page. Hold on. Oh no, chat. Chat, they got too hyped. Might have some. Is this the scheduled downtime? Let's see what's going on for announcements. Let's see if this comes back. So looking at the issue, heads up, will remain maintenance for the next 8. No, that was yesterday. Chat, RIP. I think we're down for maintenance. Yep. Yeah, we got some Quirkies in here. Quirkies, where you at? All right, so chat, we got a minute left. Don't worry. When this comes back up, I'm still giving away a Gen 5 Crypto Raider. We're going to have to switch over now to Riot Racers, though. Not a problem at all. Final game of the evening. Riot Racers and Quirkies, where are you at? We got 52 seconds. Exclamation point Bruce in chat. Exclamation point Bruce in chat. All of these sites seem to be going down. There we go. Log in. All right. So tonight we're going to get in some races. We're also going to talk a little bit about strategy. Before we do so, let's check the race. Let's check the leaderboards. See how people are doing. Where is... There we go. All right, Longfish, you are in. Awesome. We got 12 seconds left. Last chance, exclamation point, Bruce. So what we are looking at here, chat, is, I know it's a little hard to see, but here's the top drivers. Let's go top users in all of Riot Racers. You will not find me here. I'm not racing well. I haven't raced much since last Monday stream, but that's okay. Thank you, Clown. But I have been in talks with someone, and what is that? Let's and that person is Ninja Panda. Ninja Panda, not on Twitter, but we'll drop their Discord in here. We'll give away Bruce in a second. Ninja Panda. Let me just copy this quick. Copy ID. All right. So chat. Oh, that's their ID. Let me get this over to you, chat. But Ninja Panda right now is currently ranked the number 3 overall user on the platform. They and I were chatting for a bit about strategy. and what that looks like, and had a really nice back and forth. We ran through some scenarios together, and I'm going to be sharing some of that stuff with you tonight. Um, so, just some kind of overall things that they talked about were using free races to test strategy and the importance of doing that so you're not wasting your precious riot. Use that to build data points. And then with those data points, find things that are successful for you. And what should you be looking at? We'll talk about that in a minute. Before we get into kind of the nitty gritty of it, we're going to pick our winner from Bruce over here. And the winner is. Let's get some Bruces in chat. Picking our winner in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Clown Assassin. Congratulations, Clown Assassin. You are the winner of a Gen 5 Crypto Raider. Are you here, Clown Assassin? Clown, are you here? Clown, if you are not here, I'm going to get the timer ready. I'm going to get the timer ready. We will pick someone else. Firing it up. Starting now, 1 minute on the clock. Clown, you're here. You are here. Awesome. Congrats, Clown. Let me know if you want 1, 2, or 3. I can send you pictures of them later. But congratulations, Clown. You know the drill. Give me your wallet address, Twitch, Twitter, or Discord, and I will get that over to you. Congrats. All right, so circling back to Riot Racers. I've been talking with Ninja Panda. They've been an excellent resource. So, you know, a part of the strategy is your driver and then your car upgrades, which aren't a thing yet. Yeah, you're good. The timer is done. You got it. And then the race strategy. So obviously you want to try and make the most of your driver. There are 11,111 Genesis drivers in total. Each one has a element. So you see here water, earth, wind, and fire. And then each one also has stats. So if we go over to my account, we'll go to my drivers, and you mouse over, you can see there's speed, braking, handling, endurance, and vision. All of those combined make the total rating. Your average rating is about a 375. So if you're looking for driver, you're looking for value, try and get something above 375. Also, don't just look at that overall number. Look at these individual stats. So is it a 380 because it's well-rounded? Is it a 380 or 390 because one or two stats is higher than a handful of other stats? Is one stat much lower? Again, about 75 is your average. So that would put at what 75 times 5 is 375. So you're looking for 375 or better on average for your drivers and different elements. So in terms of actual racing strategy, let's start by just getting into a free race here, chat. A rule of thumb that I like, and I've talked about this before, is trying to pick extreme conditions to take out the gray area, take out the middle. So hey, it's a crazy thunderstorm and wet and slippery, or it's so hot and sticky, and you kind of take out that middle piece, and it will allow you to make decisions easier, in theory at least. So here is let's see what we can find here. Here's thunderstorm, slow, fast, and efficient. Let me actually go back. What was that? That was 25 Riot. Oh, so now we have some 5 Riot races in here. That's awesome. Let's see if we can find something free. Heavy rain, hazy, slow, and error prone 0 out of 6. Let's do that one. So this is Driver tracker race Siena Campionato 18424 if anyone's interested in joining. So again, we're starting that decision making process. It's not super rushed. I've had about 2 minutes to get into the race. The timer is over here on the right. Zero Riot. I see the car class needed here. So because it's heavy rain, I'm going to be focusing on my water drivers. So I've got a 390 there. Pretty well balanced, near 80s except for endurance and vision. Let's see, where are my other water drivers? Then there's this man down here. Okay, a little higher, lower in handling. And vision's about the same, but everything else seems to be tracking a little higher. I'm going to select him. So I hit selected, scroll back up to the top, go to next. Choose my car. This is my baby, my favorite car. It was my first race with this car. And now, so here are the different, I've got a minute left, the different things that you can select. So race posture. So I might go with quiet strength because it's a little more, or even defensive. I might go defensive here because again, these sound like pretty bad conditions: slow and error prone, hazy, heavy rain. Engine strategy, I'm gonna go with undertuned. Tire strategy, standard. It's the only thing you can pick. And so one thing that I didn't know that Ninja Panda pointed out to me was the racing line. So wide is more cautious and more useful in dangerous conditions. Tight is more aggressive and more useful in calmer conditions. So I'm going to go with wide here. Because, again, cautious, don't like it. I'm going to go with soft braking. Bulk braking is useful in calmer conditions, and track conditions good. Soft braking is useful when lighter touch is needed. Traction may not be great on the track. Oh, no, I'm going to miss it. And endurance? No, I ran out of time. Oh, I entered. So that final choice is the acceleration strategy. Because it's so wet and slippery, you can choose fast brake, or you can choose... I got it. What is it? Endurance is the more cautious approach. So endurance or fast brake. So chat, let's see what happens. We've got 2 people in here so far. Riot Gang, let's go. Rorka, first time I've won anything. No way. That's awesome. Congrats, Clown Assassin. Car upgrades are on Crypto Whips. Watch out. Oh, Rorka, thank you. Appreciate that. Don't be overcautious if you have speed. Absolutely. Absolutely. And so Rorka brings up a really, really good point of treat it as a baseline. So I view this as like strategy 101. And Rorka's getting into some advanced graduate level strategy here. You know, play to the strengths of the driver that you have. So, like, in theory, strategy, okay, here we go. I have, it's horrible conditions. It's sloppy. It's a mess. I'm going to be more cautious. But then, okay, well, maybe I have, great handling. And I can be a little more aggressive. Or maybe I have great speed. And I can be a little more aggressive. So, think of it as like a layer 2 of something to factor in. Then when the car upgrades come out, that'll definitely be like a layer 3 thing to consider. So chat, let's fill this up. Senna Camponato 18424 is the number. It's a free race. So if you have the car class, go ahead and get in. Let's try and find another one. Look for just like a low Riot. Oh, beginners only. Interesting. So beginners only race. Light rain, hazy, fast, and error prone. We just did a dry, low humidity, fast, and error prone. I might do this. I might go earth on this. I've got a 396 here. And so let's go back. And let's just look at that. Like, where are my kind of big outliers? So, decently fast. And some pretty good braking. And not bad vision. So, let's go ahead and select. You can use the same car. Because the car's in a race, it is not locked up, chat. So, dry, low humidity. The track is slow. Fast and error prone. I might go, and this is a little silly, but just kind of going the opposite end of the spectrum here. But aggressive engine strategy would be, I'm going to go overtuned, standard, racing line. I'm going to go tight. And then braking, I want to do. It's a slow track. I might do late braking and fast brake, just to see if I can try and maximize some of that speed. 5 Riot, and again, it's not like it goes to my wallet to do all this. No, it's an in-game wallet, which is awesome. So 5 Riot, you don't have to deal with MetaMask or anything. You just say continue, and it's done. It's instantaneous, which is wonderful. The UX on this game is incredible. All right, so we got 3 and 6 6 out of 6 on the free race. So hopefully we'll be able to check that out soon, chat. Super, super excited for that. Appreciate the retweet there, Clown Assassin. That was awesome. Work is in the race. Awesome. Getting the team to fill it. Thank you, Rourke. Quirk, let's go. Quirk. Where my Quirkies at? Quirky's a little quirky strategy session going on. Thank you for popping in here tonight, Quirkies. Big news, Steve Aoki getting one. So the other thing, Ninja Panda is also very active in the Riot Racers Discord and started a racing team called Fear. Five Eyes Alpha Racing, and they are a very analytical, data-driven approach to racing. Elite team spread across the world, focused on data analytics and strategic superiority. Our members will be around, always watching, always learning, hence the 5 Eyes. See you on the track. Be ready to experience fear. Fun little play on words. FIAR. I don't want to ask Snappleman. What does that even? What does that mean? What is FIAR? So let's check out the results. I got last, absolute last, and Rorka got first. Congrats to Rorka. So again, why is that? So pretty, and also consider like times. So Rorka got a 154, just under 155. Beat me by like 5.6 seconds. That's a pretty big margin. Pretty big change. So with this driver having great speed and braking, maybe I should change something up. So I'm at the bottom of the pack. Maybe I look at, okay, what makes sense, what doesn't. Tire strategy isn't going to change. Acceleration, maybe that's something I could change. Braking status, that could be something I could change because, again, he has pretty good braking, really good braking. Racing line, maybe I'd keep that the same. So when you do this, if you start using similar strategies over and over again, start tweaking them one thing at a time. What makes the most sense for... We started with extreme conditions. We know we've created our base of choosing our strategy. We entered in a race. Did not go well. This is going to happen. So then what are the 1 or 2 or 3 things that we could tweak to go forward and try and improve? Big shout out, big congrats to Rorka. Congrats, man. Awesome job. Pending races. All right, we got 3 out of 6 in this beginners only. Super exciting. Clown, thank you for the DM. I got you. I'll hit you up right after stream. What up, Milky? How you doing? Thank you for popping in. Quiet strength, tight, and bulk. Interesting. I like quiet strength. I don't know. I just like the name of it. So you did change your racing line. And so can I ask, what is your overall driver rating? And did you play to any of your driver's strengths in that? Did I say FIAR? Is that what I said? 5 Eyes. It's EYES. Sorry. 85 speed. Okay, yeah, 85 speed. So good speed, pretty good braking, and pretty good vision. Nice. Love it. So again, I would then go back and say, okay, that didn't work out too well for me. Let's go back to the drawing board. Let's mix things up. I would log this into a Google Sheet and then continue to track. Create a personal kind of results board for yourself. So if we go to results, and we'll just go to mine, and let's go, here's one, here's a fifth. So let's say this was a first. What would I do then? I would, a first, second, or third, I would click save strategy. And then in my next race, I can go and I can load that strategy up and it will be pre-filled for me. So if I got, middle of the pack, I would maybe save a strategy, name it something like, I like to name out the different conditions and then maybe where I finished. And say, okay, I'm finishing the middle pack with this strategy. Let me tweak one or two things. And this is something that Panda talked about. Not necessarily go too crazy with it, and then incrementally work your way up. So let's see. Let's check out our pending races. Chat, 3 out of 6. 18416 is the race. It is a beginners only race. Let's try and get in another one here. So here's a thunderstorm, fast, and efficient. Oh, don't have the required car. So the filters here are nice as well. I think I have that. All right, so let's go through. Man, I really want like a hot one. I feel like all these are like wet related. So registered for race, got the little pop-up. Gonna select that. Go through next. We're going to switch it up. We're going to go with that card. It doesn't matter for me right now. So, okay. We got heavy fog, wet, fast, and error prone. So, heavy fog would be... So, that's going to be standard. Easy selection. The track is wet, but we've got some good speed. Let's go tight. I'm not going to go racing. Let's go bulk. And I'm going to go with... Yeah, I'm torn. I don't love quiet strength here, but I'm going to go with it. And I'm going to go with regular engine. And it's wet, so I'm going to go with endurance. 10 right, continue. All right, what do we got? Oh, we got 6 out of 6. Good. Verstappen circuit should be closing soon. These 10 Riot races seem to be filling up super, super quick. Oh, nice. Awesome. Work. You're going to take another one? Oh, chat, we got a second. We got a second place, chat. We got a second place. So, Rorka, congrats on the dub. I'm right behind you. 9. So you got me by a good, just under a second, but pretty good amount. So let's look at this strategy then. So this was wet, heavy fog, wet, fast, and error prone. So quiet strength, regular, standard, tight, bulk braking, and endurance. So in endurance, I went because of wet. Bulk braking, because of wet. And I have pretty good braking. I might change that. Maybe. Racing line, I'm okay with. I don't want to do racing. Tire strategy, you can't change. Engine strategy, I might change the engine I might change the race posture and keep the engine strategy the same. But big dub for Rorka. Finally got on the leaderboard, chat. Finally got on the leaderboard. And so that was, 10 Riot, and I won 14. 14 and a half. So that's awesome. I started tonight with 60 Riot, and I'm just under it. Got in, 3 races so far? Man, chat, this is still sitting at 3 out of 6. Let's see if we can find another one. So hold on. Let's go to results. Let's go to my second. So now I'm going to hit save strategy. And so this is going to be heavy fog, wet, fast, and error prone. And this is going to be this was second. So I've got my place, I've got my conditions, so that if I enter in a race and I see these same conditions, I can know to select this, and going forward, can enter in a lot faster. So let's look for heavy fog, wet, fast, and error prone. Heavy fog. So this one's similar. Oh, race is currently full. No, I love it. Again, notifications. Simple. This game just works. Look for some more heavy fog. Let me select my heavy rain, high heat, dry, fast, and error prone. Is a free heavy fog, hazy. Let's see what we can get here. So select my driver, hit next, choose my car, hit next. And then so now I'm going to go second. So this is also heavy fog and heavy fog. Boom, all of my strategies completely loaded in. Instead of hazy, it's wet and fast and error prone. So that's the same. So, or instead of wet, it's hazy. So maybe I would bump something up here. I might change my braking to soft. And I might go a little more. I'm going to go offensive. We'll see what happens, chat. 10 Riot. Cool. Let's go in and view pending races. All right, we've got 4 out of 6 in here. Let's go. Chat. Hop in the race. It is Andretti Circuit 18407. 18407. So the other thing to talk about while we wait for these races to fill up, if we go to my account, go to rewards. Boom, I've already earned 2.4 Riot. I can go ahead and claim that. Now that's basically half of one of those entry level races. Boom, claimed. I don't have to deal with any transactions. It just goes right into my wallet. It hasn't updated yet, but let's go back to race. And it's up already. Again, it's so smooth, so seamless. It is wonderful. The way that they've implemented all of this just is incredible. I love it. Let's check our pending races. We still got 2, 4 out of 6, and 3 out of 6. Chat, let's get through these last 2, and we will wrap it up for the evening. Let's go. And then when we are done, we're going to go ahead and raid friends over at MVG. Posted that up. Let's refresh this. 4 out of 6 and 3 out of 6. Come on, chat. We are almost there. Almost there. Getting so close. So if we check squeaks, squeaky clean. So you can't click on the drivers. Only has 4 drivers, 1 of each element. I like it. Cars, 3 cars, gas stations, mechanic shops, racetrack land, crypto whips. So Squeaks is keeping it clean. Pun intended. I like it. I like it. I like it. Let's check our pending. Come on, chat. Come on, chat. Where are we at? Where are we at? Rorka is in the pool. Rorka is the pool hall shark. Absolutely is, clown. Absolutely is. All right, Metaverse Gaming _MVG. All right, well, chat, if this doesn't fill soon, we'll just go ahead. We'll raid MVG. I may pop on that stream in a minute myself. We'll just do one last refresh, see if we got anything that filled. All right, still not moving. Chat, we're going to go ahead and give them a raid. Thank you so much for everything tonight. Check out 2112, Crypto Raiders, and Riot Racers. Not financial advice. Do your own research. Don't go anywhere. We are heading over to Metaverse Gaming. If I can type correctly. Worker wishes. All right, chat. Let's show some hype. Let's show some love in chat for MVG when we get over there. And we are rating right now.